There we go. Oh, it's still smoking. Hey! Bit by my tongue. Oh, look at the fire. What up, Thadiel? Making sure we can leave this guy go. What up, 501 Bigot? I need a punching bag out there? Dude, here's my punching bag right here. I just beat this over and over. Nice wet log. No problem. I got skills. Climb trees. Get your stamina up. 49 years old. I'm still all over these freaking woods. Making it happen. That was a fast. Yeah. Well, I slammed a glass. I slammed a glass of chocolate milk. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's nice. It's still radiating a lot of heat, and you can see, like deep down inside, like. Yeah, boy. I tell you what. It's a beaut. It's a beaut. Let me see. Let me turn this. I'll leave the water on just in case the nighttime turns into daytime and I got to spray a fire out. This is my hoop house. So this is my hoop house. So that's my building. And then in order to double the size of the building, I used PVC pipe. I just bent it over the top. I put one pipe using a bracket. I made a bracket there and a bracket there that holds the pipe. And then I bent PVC using T's on the top and then just pulled the plastic over. Pulled the plastic over. And then you have these clips you can get, and it just clips the plastic to around the PVC pipe. Clips the plastic around the PVC pipe, and then you can get your. And then if you do two layers, one on the inside, one on the outside, you make a greenhouse. But this is just for work, where I can build my stuff. What up, Leon Call? What up, OG Kicks? Uh-oh. And then we head back out. This is my water storage. I have a hand-dug well that goes back and stores into those tanks. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, here's the well. Here's the well. We dug into the well. So the lines for the well come out and then pumps back over into the tanks back there. Woo! It's getting chilly out here. I don't know how these palm trees stayed up here in the winter, but they do. They do. All right. Let's head back into the studio here. Hit a dab for us real quick. Dude, I'm too old for that stuff, bro. It'd put me to sleep. I don't even touch the pens or anything. Round. Now you want, you can grow your own. Round. What? You want to go out? No, you just want to yell at me? Okay, all right. All right, let's see. Got more in here. Studio. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah. You guys still do that stuff? Dabs and stuff? Damn, making it happen, brother. Making it happen. The man himself. All right, let's see. What we gonna do here? Everybody, my phone, okay. Where are you at, man? What state? You in America? What state you in? Now legal in the U.S. Some states, yes. Some states, no. Only dab sometimes hurt. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. Shit, I don't. Yeah, I don't even drink anymore. After so I realized that I was just sick all the time. So if you learn about the cyanides that come from the smoke and how it converts B12 in your body, blah 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 blah. So now instead of doing anything, I take B12, and I got energy. I'm 49 years old. I've been freaking. I can do cartwheels and stuff. P&W Pepper, A&W Dr. Pepper. Oh, 1 second. Let's see. Oops, computer. All right, there we go. Let's see. But I tell you what, changed my life. Vitamin D3, vitamin B12 were the two things. Realizing I didn't get enough sunlight and didn't realize how important that actually was. Changed my life. And then B12, methylcobalamin. I don't take anything for ADHD or anything anymore. And I've got ADHD, but it's not debilitating. Instead of it being my brain working too fast and it upsetting things, now it works real fast and it's easy to catch up with. Hello, Grandma. What up, Chain Chomp? Where you been? I ain't seen you in a couple weeks. Where you been, Chomp? Chomp. Hey, Elliot. What's up, brother? Long time, Elliot. It's been like a day. I should have stopped. I wonder if I can switch over to the studio camera from the phone. Let's see. Let's see. Bam. Bam. Audio resource remote camera feed. Oh no, won't let me do that. You've been busy? Hey, well, that's good. That's been good. I tell you what, it's good. You got to stay busy. But what I've been doing is I've been streaming when I'm busy. The dude behind you. Yeah, dude, I can't do that, man, brother. I can't. The dabs. Listen, especially dude, you got the kids today. Dabs and gummies, dude. Oh, it's yeah, debilitating. Did the man go to the moon? Nah. So I think two things can be true. I don't think the video we saw of us on the moon was us on the moon, but I do think between then and now we got to the moon. I know we've landed on the moon with devices, without a doubt. We've actually got Chinese proof. The Chinese have visited the moon, not landed on it, but they went around. I think they may have landed on it also, and they filmed our landing stations. Like you can look at the Chinese mapping of the moon, and they show where the Apollo missions landed. Yeah, they went to the moon. Yeah, and not that like the past couple years, the Chinese have been. Yeah, and I think the Indians also did. I don't even know if the space is real with all this disinformation around. Which one? We have. Oh, you don't even know if space is real. Right, brother. I'm right there with you. We have like a billion photos. Yeah. No, we got. There's lots. Yeah. We got lots of photos. We've definitely been to the moon. I can't promise, I wouldn't put my life on it saying the videos we've watched in 1969, like what was on TV being broadcast from the moon, if that wasn't, but I know we've definitely been there with robots and stuff. A bit kooky of the two of you. Brother, chain. If you want a rabbit hole to go down, you look at that. You look at that. All right. Chinese pictures of the Apollo landings on the moon. Okay, so the Chinese have also have Apollo landing site, and there's a grid one here, right here. So the Apollo 11, 12, or 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And I know it's hard to see my phone to the camera, but they have like this stuff that we in 19. Yeah, I don't know about all that. And then here is we see video of us putting landers on the moon. So that definitely happened, like without a doubt, but they don't show people there. Yeah. It's rather interesting. Dinner done. I slammed a glass of chocolate milk and called it dinner. Harsh out. That Chinese invisible suit was so trash, though. Pictures don't mean nothing. Hey, listen, I worked in the movie industry 15 years. You ain't got to tell me nothing about no green screen. I got a roll of green screen right over there. We didn't land on the moon. Just wanted to win the space race. Right. So I think we landed on the moon. I don't think with people. I can be convinced otherwise. I think we had landers. I know for sure that we have a retro reflector on the moon, and a retro reflector is an inner pyramidal shape that when a light beam comes in, it bounces off one directly to the other at a 90-degree angle and back out at 90 degrees. So it's called a retro reflector. So no matter what angle you hit it at, it always bounces back at the same angle it came in at, and that's how we measure the distance to the moon. We have a laser beam. Here, I'll show you. I'll just show you. I'm gonna explain it with my hands. Glad to see another Black Ubiquitous creator. Proud. Zumbo. It was live streaming long before we had technology. Today was made. Right. And who live streamed the takeoff? How did the person that was filming the lander leaving the moon? How did he get back on the lander and get back up to the spacecraft? Oh, it was just a camera that they left there. Okay, how do they stream it? And I just have questions, and there may be answers. I probably didn't do enough research. I've researched a lot of things, not that. Pictures can't be proved from someone else's perspective. You truly need to to be there to truly verify. Right, I need to go. The Nazis had rockets made to space without people with people. I don't think. No. I don't think so either. I don't think the Nazis they might have they might have got a piece of metal into space, but they didn't make it to the. I was about the one of the biggest wang who landed first. Right, that's exactly what it was. It was a ding-a-ling measuring contest. We have space rovers and whatnot, but why Elon Musk trying to figure out how to launch and land a rocket? We've already done it. You know what they say? They say it's because we forgot. We lost the technology. Right, that's how technology works, right? You figure it out and then you lose it. Yeah, we had VCR tapes, but we copied over them. That's cool. The biggest space race in history, the biggest race and you copied over the VCR tapes. Cool. For war purposes, I don't know why my cousin just got out. You ever heard of the Battle of Los Angeles? Absolutely. Hold on. So I'm losing it here. Let me get my. What was I just about to look up? I can't remember. Oh, the retro reflector. Measuring the distance to the moon reflector. Okay, so here's the retro reflector, okay? So here's the retro reflector we left on the moon, all right? Okay, now, but that's not what I'm talking about. I want to show you how we do it from Earth. So China does it also, we do it also. When you shine a light beam, it hits one of these retro reflectors, which basically means a light beam goes out the same direction it comes in. And so we can measure when we fire a pulse how long it takes that to come back, and then we can here you go, laser ranging retro reflector and back. But here's how retro reflectors work. Any angle they come in, it hits another angle and comes right back out the same way. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So that's definitely there. But who's to say? And I don't know. I don't think we put that there in '69. JPL. So my father worked for APL. JPL's Jet Propulsion Lab, and APL's the Applied Physics Lab. APL's in Maryland, and JPL is in the West Coast. Laser reflectors. Let me see if I can find a. Yeah, I should have streamed from the other device so I could show you guys this. And this could be,
Once we get the reflectors on the moon, some of the light came back to our telescope. We could send a pulse of light to the moon and it would come back, and we could time that pulse and determine very accurately the distance from the Earth to the moon. So that process is called lunar laser ranging.
Lunar laser ranging. USSR was decades ahead of the space race. USSR came out and stole all the talented scientists. Did the Challenger accident happen in 82 or 84? 84, I believe. 84. May or March of 84. Let me say. I could be completely wrong with that. Challenger disaster. 86. Wow, we were way off. January 28th. Okay, wow. January 10th was my birthday. January 28th. Well, what was I thinking? Yep, I remember that. So we were in school. And they brought us all down to the assembly room, and that we had one big screen TV that, the big ass ones before they're flat screens, and the whole school was watching it. And then like the teachers like ran and like covered it up with their bodies when we saw it, because it was a teacher that was on board. This is the first time we sent a teacher into space, and she blew up, and they wanted to. Yeah, that was bad. Grade 4. I was 9 years old. I don't even remember what grade that is. 4th. Yeah, 4th. You were born when you were born. You were born. I was born in 77. Yeah. I'm a plumber, and apparently they said I failed because the washer. Yes, yeah, an O-ring. Yeah, washer. Yes. Right. And it's the other way. It was too cold. When the O-ring got cold, it got brittle because it was it was launching in January, and it was supposed to launch previously, I want to say, and it was set. It was supposed to launch the day before, and they let it sit out in freezing temperatures overnight, and the O-ring shrunk, which left a gap. So the gases were leaking past that O-ring, which those gases, when lit, turned into a jet and then burned a hole through the big the big external tank. And then that's what the big poop was, because remember the booster rocket survived. The booster rocket survived. Sorry about that. You can see the booster rocket after it blows up. Wait till you can see the booster rocket still went left and right. So that's the main tank that blew up, and then you can see each one of the boosters was still going. But yeah, and then when you see playback from it, you can see pretty clearly that's what it did. But up Baxter. Yeah, it froze. Right. Yeah. It was devastating. Absolutely. What about this ruins the video on the moon? What about the ruins video on the moon? You think it's all propaganda? Listen. Until I go there and put my hands on those things, they're propaganda. Here's the big problem. They can definitely be there now, without a doubt. In the past 20 years, we absolutely could have sent stuff there, 100%. Do I think we did it in 1969? I don't think we had humans on there in 1969. I don't think so. I'm also a vaccine freaking anti-vaxxer too. After the new vaccine came out, so people don't like me for that either. I can be proven wrong, absolutely. But I worked in the movie industry for 15 years, and I know fake is fake, and real is fake, and fake is real if people will believe it. Yeah, I know, Chain. Look, brother, listen. I'll show you one of the big things, okay? And okay, 1969 lunar lander launching from moon. Okay, here's a big thing, and I want to show you this. Okay, and I understand that it's different gravity, but I just want you to watch this. And where did we get the let me see. Oh, come on. Okay, here it is. Oh no, this is 17. All right. Where okay? That's it launching. All right? That looks like that don't look like where's the thrust? Maybe it only needed one explosion, but who filmed it? Who panned the camera up? Why is who panned it up to follow it? You know, so like that. These are the little things that I watch. Who took the camera and then tilted it up? They would have still been on the moon. Now maybe they had a pan tilt zoom back then. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But when I asked questions about it, I was told I was an anti-vaxxer and an a moon landing denier. And it seems like, hey, whenever we start looking into bad behavior, we get called anti this and phobic that. Whatever. They left him there. Right, they left him there. And what did he do? He was just like licked up the envelope and just threw the videotape towards Earth. You know, so even, I mean, was it being broadcast from there back to Earth? It was operated remotely. Okay, cool. But you know how long it takes round trip from the Earth to the moon? So if you send a radio signal, round trip Earth to moon, 3 seconds. Okay? So that means when something happens, you have to hit go. So say you're filming it from Earth. The launch takes off. By the time you would see it on Earth would be 3 seconds after that happened. Then you would say scroll up. It would be 3 more seconds before the scroll up started. Then you would say stop scrolling, and then it would be 3 seconds. I'm just saying it's very, very weird when you look at that stuff. But it's a guess. I agree. They couldn't operate. Yes, right. It's 239,000 miles away. Supersonic missiles. What's up, Smarticus? Gotta be some crazy radio strength tech. Right. The problem isn't getting the radio signal there. We've got plenty of power on Earth. The problem is broadcasting it back. You had to be facing the Earth, obviously, because you can't bend radio signals. Like, you know, if I die, I'll take you with me. That's the message. Yeah. And it's full color video. High resolution. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Methodology. The measurement is called moon bounce, and that's just a bounce. That's one signal. Like in Morse code, beep, 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 beep. It was one bounce. Beep. 3 seconds. Beep. You know, and but you'd have to send a signal that a computer could process and say, oh, that wasn't noise, that wasn't WXYZ radio station, you know, this was actually the radio we want to be listening to. It's all crazy. Okay, moon earth communications, known as BK. And then I love this. I love the diagrams. It's all freaking drawn with like magic markers and stuff. Oh, we can use SHF, VHF. Okay, known as moon bounce radio communications, is a technique that relies on the propagation of radio waves onto an Earth-based transmitter, reflective off the moon. Right, Earth-based transmitter and Earth-based receiver. Right, Earth-based. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, that's why the retro reflector we put on the moon wasn't powered. It's just a mirror so that we can send a laser back to hit it and it bounces back, not it sending a laser to us. Okay, so yeah, 1940s. The use of the moon passive communications was proposed in 1940, calculating that microwave transmission power and low noise receiver would be possible to beam microwave signals from Earth and reflect them off the moon. That's just to reflect them off the moon. Radar reflections off the moon were received in 1934. German experiments, World War II, radar astronomy. Okay. Current radio ham operators, two-way communication has still has significant challenges since the signal is too weak. Using 50 megahertz 6-meter band have been used successfully, but 2 meter 70 centimeter common continuous wave for Morse code. So you're not sending the television signal. I don't know. And that's the thing. It was a video stream, multiple frames per second. What up, Mutombe? Ain't seen you in a while. How you been, brother? Echoes of Apollo. World Moon Bounce Day. It was 2009. Apollo landing. Brian Anders, backup crew, Tasmania Dells. They used an 85-foot dish in Australia to bounce a signal off the moon. And that was during Apollo 8. The signal was successfully resolved back, setting the world's lowest power data signal, and that was in 2010. So look, we finally got something to do that in 2010, but in 1969, 1971, we had full video streams from the moon. Legend is live. What up, Enviro Pro? Yeah. Now listen. I want to tell us something about technology. We have technology that's 20 that when we hear about it, it's at least 10 to 20 years old. So 5G apparently was invented in the 90s. And we're getting it, we got it in what 2022, 2023? So we'll see. What up? From Agliole Volio. 1967, Dayglow, the bands? Dayglow Abortions? That sounds familiar. 1967, Dayglow Abortions. Not 1867, I guess I should have faced the microphone. Hold on one second. Let's see. Yes, good tune. I can't play it; it's copyrighted. I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it after the stream ends. I'm gonna see the. I'll see the. Yeah, good old punk. Let's see. Let's see if we can see the lyrics. I definitely have to remember that. Oh yeah, dude. Inside my head, my girl, kill the hosers, used to be love, religious bums, proud to be Canadian. All right, let's see. All right, I should switch over to the. I'm gonna switch over to the studio camera. So I'll bring the stream back up in a minute here. Probably about 5 minutes. I'm gonna pee in the toilet. But yeah, and that way we can pull stuff up on the screen. 1967. Things weren't this good. My daddy was a hippie. Now he's the head of state. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'll see you guys back in a little bit. All right. Bye.